get your lick back. If a nigga gon' do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back, get your lick back. If a nigga gon' do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Give me that. To the trends. See you, Lee, be the best.
Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June. I got my boy B Foster with me, and we are at the NFC North Roundtable. Our Who Will Be King theories. We're going to go around the room and have everybody introduce themselves. But before that, I want to remind everybody to subscribe to Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube. We are 25 subs away from 500. We are getting there, folks. Make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel of ours. We have a lot of good material up there. Make sure you, for your audio fix, check us out on any of the aggregators. There's anywhere you can listen to a podcast. Just type in Bleachers and Speakers, FFSN in your search. Turn on those notification bells. So when we drop content, you will get an alert and download those episodes. Please subscribe to all of our channels, and I'll go around the room and let the people introduce themselves. We'll start with Pay. Pay, how you doing, man? Tell the people who you are when they can find you.
Pay here from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. Hey, everybody. We have got a fun show today. What's going on, June? False? Missed you the last couple of weeks, man.
Hey, man, I'm here today, though. So,
yeah, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. As camp is about to open, you're here now.
Yeah, and I'll be here next week as well. So, you know, we about to get started.
Don't matter that you missed mini camp, as long as you show up for training camp.
Training camp, yeah, for sure.
He was holding out, man. He was holding
out like Gibbs.
Contractual deal he's working on.
Hanging out with Jameer Gibbs, man. We gotta hold out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I respect it. Whoa. That last part is news to me.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Hey, Dave, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Dave Stefano. I'm from Vikings First and Skull, now on the Believe Network. That's right. Our podcasts are over on Believe. But I'm still here because I love these guys. I wouldn't leave them for nothing.
It's good we don't have a Packers representative on here so we can believe that statement.
Right.
Foster, tell the people who you are, man, where they can find you.
B Foster, one half of Bleachers to Speakers. We cover everything Detroit sports, or most things: Tigers, Pistons, Lions. Like you said earlier, we are very close to 500 subscribers. So help us out a little bit.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen, man. It's been a crazy few days here in Michigan. We've been dealing with a little bit of air pollution from the wildfires. I'm sure people in Chicago have experienced as well, along with the Eastern Seaboard. You're in St. Louis, Dave, so I don't anticipate you had any experience with that. But for a couple of days,
there was a couple of days of smoke that made it all this far down, but it's okay.
Yeah, it got kind of funky outside, man. It was hazy, and you could smell it. It was bad, but we're here. Yeah, it was kind of scary. I think we should kick off today talking about any headlines that we have, because I know the Lions have a couple. And we shot Pay backstage with. I mean, that wasn't backstage. That was just now, but
just now.
And we got something to talk about, but we're gonna save the best for last, and we'll start off with Dave. Dave, what's going on there in Vikings land? Any headliners? Anything going on?
Oh, there's quasi. There's a little bit. We learned that Blake Cashman is dealing with a pinky all summer, and he injured it in 2023. Now, what does that sound like to you when he's coming up on wanting a contract extension?
Hold out.
Hold in,
baby. And he's not the only one that's probably going to hold in. Brian O'Neill will most likely as well. But I expect they'll get Brian O'Neill's extension back or done. And then, as we talked about in the pre-show, there's Chris Carter, one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history. He seems to be putting the blame of J.J. McCarthy square on Kwesi Adolphus-Mensah's desk. And even though Kevin O'Connell talked about he was so happy he drafted him, he being Kevin O'Connell, Chris Carter is blaming Kwesi. Now, could it be Chris Carter seems to have a angst against J.J. McCarthy? And I bet, now this is just Dave speculating, it's because J.J. McCarthy is from Michigan.
Oh, yeah. That has a lot to do with it.
And Chris Carter is from the Ohio State University.
He couldn't help it.
Hold on, but so if he's pushing it off on Kwesi, isn't that bailing him out?
It's carrying the water of KOC. He's big KOC. That's what it is.
Yeah. And he's always, Chris Carter was hard on J.J. McCarthy last year.
There you go.
Thought he was trash.
Let's pay attention to this.
Right.
There we go. Just want to highlight that. I'm sorry, Dave.
Oh, okay. I saw it. But those are the major headlines going into camp. We have rookies reporting on Sunday and a couple days later at events.
Man, it's getting close. It is getting close.
Man.
Yeah. Okay. It seemed like we've been forever without football, and it's right here again. So, hey, what's going on over there in Bears land? You getting ready to get your Indiana apparel or what? What's going on?
Speaking of that, the only bit of stadium news, filibuster.
I'm getting there. Hold on. Why isn't it working?
So, how about that? How about the Canadians? How about that Canadian wildfire, right?
Oh boy.
So it was reported this week that the Bears, Kevin Warren and on down, they have fired 2 of the 5 lobbying firms that they had in their employ. Why would they do that? Because they aren't doing their job. So says the Bears. What's also been reported is that the Bears aren't listening to the lobbying firms that they have anyway. So we've got a situation here where everybody's pointing at each other. You all seen the Spider-Man meme. Shout out to Spider-Man though. The movie comes out next week too. You know.
Oh yeah.
Training camp starts. Spider-Man. Yeah. Thursday night, June. I'm there, locked in. I knew you was going to see it because we have the same IG algorithm. Hey, you gotta stop liking those videos, June. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I probably won't stop, but go ahead.
But the Bears are blaming somebody and not themselves once again for their inability or their lack of finality with their issue going on with the state of Illinois. We talked about a month ago about the southwest suburb of McCook lobbying for the Bears. Well, they have released renderings this week. They have actually done something that the Bears have not done with Indiana. Renderings. They said, well, you know, one of the things I brought up during that is that the site in McCook that's being offered is about half the size of what the Bears own in Arlington Heights. Well, Arlington Heights mayor and their business leaders, they shot right back and said, no. We got the space. We can put the stadium on right here, and we got enough space for commercial and residential, all the bells and whistles that the Bears are looking for. You come right on down here to McCook. You thought that traffic on Lakeshore Drive was bad, the ingress and egress, and yes, it is.
Bad. It's bad.
It's only one way in, one way out. It tends to get bad as because those who've been in Chicago, those who live in Chicago, you understand Chicago's not one of the oldest cities in the Union, but it is a city that's been around for a little while, and that museum district, that museum campus, it's been there for over 100 years. Which to that point is it's not very easy. Accessible. It's hard to get in and out. No diddy for a city now with that is very much car polluted. Enter McCook. I told you all that.
Very much car polluted. It's been that way for decades.
Yes, Dave, that is correct. It is very much car polluted. Didn't say now, but it is as of now compared to when it was created 100 some odd years ago. Enter McCook over there just south of Bridge View where Midway Airport is located. It ain't that much better on the traffic front, especially during rush hour. You got all those factories and all those warehouses over there. There's a lot of semi traffic over there. And the mayor says, well, we got better ingress and egress than what is offered at Soldier Field presently. Okay, yeah. Still gonna be terrible traffic. But yeah, as the Bears turn, that's where we're going. Otherwise, other than that, rookies report Saturday. Guys, can you feel it in your bones yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now about the McCook deal. Do you realize it is the road that runs along their property there that they did the rendering on is the original Route 66?
I did not know that.
Yes. And it's there's a whole bunch of people that drive it every year, and there's a big event this year as well. And that's where it starts.
Only thing I know about Route 66 is my dad used to have one of those bumper stickers in the basement when I was growing up. I get my kicks on Route 66. I never understood what that meant. But I'm one of these days I'm gonna ask him, hey Dad, what exactly did kicks mean? Is that innuendo for something? Let me know.
That's a very good question, but we'll ponder that at some other time. Steve Foster, what's going on in Detroit, man? What's happening with the Lions? I know we got a couple headlines. You can talk about it.
Yeah, a couple, two big things. One being Sam Laporta has been cleared for full action. He's been, they've said that he is healthy and ready to go. That's been hot speculation all off season, and ever since he was out for the season is, outside his extension is he finally healthy? So that's really exciting for us to hear. We have an OC in here that is all about the tight end. He was instrumental in developing Trey McBride. Yeah, McBride. But yeah, so that's exciting news. But there are rumors that Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs. Now this one is, I think, more locally to the Detroit, fan base knows a little bit more about it. But and I think it's just speculation and rumors right now. That he might actually hold in. He's coming into the fourth year of his $17 million deal. We've already picked up the option for the fifth year, which is worth $14 million. But with guys like Travis Etienne and Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall, those guys just getting brand new deals. Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs being one of the best players in all of football, certainly one of the better running backs in all of football. He wants to be paid as such. So they say that he could possibly be looking at or hoping for somewhere around $20 million a year. And so I can't knock him for that. He's a running back. We all know the shelf life on running backs isn't very high, and some would say that that's somebody that you let somebody else pay. But I don't know. He is now we traded away David Montgomery, and he's got gonna have an expanded role this year, and he's probably thinking about that too. Like, I don't want to overextend myself because I haven't been paid yet. So We'll see how things work. We had, a miniature, as Dave talked about with Cashman. We had that deal somewhat last year with Alex Anzalone. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs was certainly on our list of guys that need to be extended. Laporta, Branch, Gibbs. That's kind of the big three as far as guys that are still out there that haven't been extended yet.
Okay. Well, we're going to keep our ear to the ground and keep you guys, if we hear anything, you probably will at the same time we will, but we'll definitely talk about it. I don't anticipate him missing any part of the season whatsoever. I just think it's like hurry up and go and hurry up and get my deal done. And I think it will be. I think he deserves whatever you ask for. Pay that man. That's what I got to say. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get the break out the way. And when we come back on the other side, we're going to talk about some of the expectations that we have for our teams. And if you're listening, you're going to hear some wonderful ads. And if you're watching, give us about 10 seconds, something like that. All right, we got that break out the way. I like to get the break out the way early. FFSN needs their money. So get that break out the way. We can get right back into the show.
Right, Tim?
And so we've experienced last season. Some of us had better seasons than others. Some of us met expectations, some didn't. I'm going to go around the room and we're going to talk about some of the expectations that we have for our own teams. And we're going to use the logic of what we've done in the off season heading towards camp. So I started with Pay last time. I'm going to start with Dave. Dave, what are your expectations going into this season for the Vikings with the off season that you had?
That we have better quarterback play. Whether it be the we would have won and Kyler Murray or J.J. McCarthy, that they both play better. And we get into the playoffs and win at least one playoff game.
Okay. That's not far-fetched. I don't think so. Pay. Same question for you.
The expectation is to build on last year's success. I don't think that's asking for too much. A lot of teams, they do the in and out thing. You climb the mountain, you summit, and then you fall right back down. A lot. That's the business model of the NFL. However, there are the select few that can get to the top. Well, let me not say the top, but reach playoffs and stay there and eventually get all the way to the mountaintop. Bears trying to be that one of those select few. We have the Rams has been around for a good 10 15 years now. They've been successful in their model. The Chiefs, the Patriots, there plenty of modern day examples. And the Bears want to be the latest of a consistent contender. There's a few things that they can improve on. Obviously, one of them is the completion percentage from our quarterback. Another one is the overall execution from the offense. The Bears ranked mid, about 14, and their touchdown rate in the red zone. Got to get that higher. Also, I think going along with that, because Dave had two expectations. My second one is we want to have a winning record in a division.
Yeah.
Well, we all four had winning records last year.
Oh,
not the Bears.
You talking about in the division?
Against the division,
right?
It's a tough division.
Mm.
You got to beat us first.
That's what we said.
Yes, that's what you said.
And that's what she said.
Okay, Foster. Same question, man. Your expectations going in based on the offseason.
Well, we had high expectations last year, and we had a regression. So we definitely want to get back to a playoff berth. I like I want to piggyback off the pace thing, because I think we only went 2-4 in our division. The only team that we did beat was Chicago. So that's definitely imperative if we plan to have any chance of winning the division and making some moves in the playoffs, because unfortunately, it's been our first year was the year we went the furthest, right? Yeah. Or the first year that we actually made the playoffs in this Dan Campbell era was our
one half away.
right, 1.5 away. Because the year after that, we got a first round bye and got sent home. So this is a lot of people are saying the window is closed. So it's kind of I don't want to say it's do or die, but
something got to shake.
Yeah. I mean, I would hate to think that we maxed out several years ago. We should still be ascending. So definitely double-digit wins. I'd like to think we would win the division, and based upon our offseason, our biggest issue was our offensive line, and I think we did a really good job of not only going out and getting the center, but also moving our best offensive lineman to the blind side and drafting in the first round our now future right tackle. So we should be heading in the right direction. Still going to come down to that defense, of course. Secondary, most notable.
Absolutely. And my expectations are strictly based on my belief and strong belief in God and the amount of nights I've prayed and the repentance that I've done and the sacrifices I've given up for the Packers to suck. That's my expectation. I expect them to suck. And I've been praying on it and hoping, and I've done a lot of good things to make sure that my prayers have been answered. So that about do it for that as far as my expectations. Let's see. Improvements. No team is perfect, whether we were last in the division or first in the division. I want to talk about improvements that we've made as far as the roster, because that's all we can go by, right? The offseason moves and this, that, and other. And like I said, all of these are projected things. We don't know until the season starts, but on paper is where we have to look at what have we done to improve. The Lions have had a lot of issues last season, and the looking at the cup half full, still went 97 with a lot of issues. But before we talk about, I'll start with you, Foster. Foster, what improvements you think the Lions have made to fix some of the issues that they had last year?
Yeah, so I touched on I talked about it a little bit, but the biggest glaring issue that we had going into the offseason was the offensive line. So we actually traded for a depth piece at as far as trading David Montgomery away. We went out and got what is his name, Travis Scruggs or Juice Scruggs. As far as the depth piece, because we have a lot of injuries, and it's one of those things that, especially in the game of football, you really can't account for them outside of just being deeper and having more guys that can step in and get the job done. So we went out and got Juice Scruggs. Our biggest free agent acquisition was Cade Mays at center. It was by committee. We had some guys moving around. But now we have a bona fide center that has played in the NFL and held that position down. In addition to that, we went out and got a slot receiver in Greg Dortch from Arizona, who's very familiar with the offensive coordinator, of course. And we replaced David Montgomery and Isaiah Pacheco. So still yet to be seen, see whether or not he has anything left in the tank. Because he has in the past, when he's been healthy, been an impact guy. So yeah, those are the main ones. But outside of that, we did go out and get a couple secondary guys, Roger McCreary, Christian Izzian, because we do have some question marks as far as our safeties are concerned, and we did have to replace Amik Robertson as well. So overall, not a lot of big splashes, but we did kind of cover things around the margins.
We did lose a corner as well, another corner, starting corner.
Well, yeah. We also had to we also re-signed Rock Ya-Sin, which we had plans in doing regardless. But as it stands right now, when you look at the depth chart, he is the opposite guy to DJ Reed. I've also even seen our rookie that we drafted in the 4th round. His name, Abney. Right.
Out of Arizona State.
I've also seen him as the CB2, which was a little bit, I don't want to say it's alarming, well, kind of alarming, but it kind of surprised me. It makes me wonder how good was that mini camp for him to get pushed up as the number, because we got Ennis Rekistraw, who's been hurt the last couple of years, and a couple of vets. So for the rookie 4th rounder to be looked at as the CB2 on some of these depth charts, I'm real interested to see how his training camp starts.
Okay. Dave, improvements needed, or have you met them, or what's going on roster wise with the
Well,
Vikings?
we'll find out. We obviously got Kyler Murray for a steal, at minimum, while Arizona pays him the rest. There's the draft, which we got focused on 2 big round bellies on the defensive line. You talked about Juice Scruggs. We got Big Citrus, a true nose tackle, and playing a 3-4 defense as a base. That's a good thing to have. And there's the whole deal of we fired Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and got Nolan Teasley. Now, are those things that are going to push us over the top? That's yet to be seen. The pads haven't come on yet. We haven't started hitting. There's no games that count for anything. On paper, we look pretty good. The offensive line got a hell of a lot healthier, which is good. It's tiring to go through 23 different line combinations in a single season. But we've got to wait for the games to start and the hitting to start. And that's got to start first. And it's restricted in training camp, so you can't build up the calluses. Right there, Pay? It's frustrating. And I'm curious how, with this quarterback competition, and that's what KOC calls it, is a competition, and they have been splitting reps where they roughly get 50% each. How is KOC going to deal with it in the preseason? Because Kevin O'Connell, in his first 4 years, has played the starting quarterback only 1 series out of the whole preseason. Whether it been Kirk Cousins, whether it been Sam Darnold, whether it was JJ last year. JJ only had, I think 8 or 12 snaps. That was it. Because Kevin O'Connell believes in the full, let's bubble wrap them so they don't get hurt. Well, how can you do that and still have a competition if you're going to run the competition all the way through the preseason, as Ian Rappaport says, which is going to be interesting. I doubt it lasts that long, but it should be interesting if it does. How is KOC going to use those preseason games? Now, the Ravens, we have the joint practice. I understand that one. But the other 2, I'm curious to see. It's nothing. We won't know anything until the pads are on and the games count, basically.
Dave, there's a question from Tim. Do you think whoever doesn't play preseason is your starter? Speaking from a bubble wrap perspective.
From a bubble wrap, I don't know, because this year is so different. If it's any other year, yeah, I'd say yes. You know, they'd play one series and then they're done for the preseason. This one, like I said, Ian Rappaport reported it's going to go all the way to week 1, the competition. If it goes all the way to week 1, you're not giving the starter a whole lot of time to ramp up for the season.
Okay.
That would give possibly the advantage to J.J. McCarthy because he already knows the system. But you hope Kyler Murray, because he's more talented physically, gets it by, game 2 against the Ravens. I don't know, Tim. I really don't know how KOC is going to handle it this year.
If it goes all the way to week 1, then J.J. McCarthy is going to win that job.
And it's going to be because Kyler Murray can't get the offense.
No, possibly. I mean, it could be a lot of reasons.
JJ's improved.
Could be that. Could be a JJ improved thing, or they're just not happy with what they see out of Kyler. It could be a whole lot of things. But if Kyler doesn't win this job early, and they let this thing go on, and you got the starters, getting comfortable with 2 different quarterbacks, they're going to just go ahead and mess around and say, you know what, JJ's been here longer. He has a more grasp on the playbook. He's had it for 3 years. Just go ahead and throw him out there.
Mm-hmm. And he's the young one and still under rookie contract. And then if that's the case, expect Kyler Murray to request a trade. Because he wants to go start somewhere so he can get the big contract next year.
Hey,
which I heard the Arizona Cardinals asked, rumor has it, for either one that doesn't make the starting job, ask for the other quarterback, including Kyler Murray back, if it's him.
All right. So the Arizona Cardinals are an unserious franchise. All right.
I laughed at it, but I read that news thread. I thought it was funny.
No wonder St. Louis let him go. All right, Pay, any improvements that you've seen from your Bears roster-wise in this offseason?
Wrong Cardinals there, Joe.
They were in St. Louis.
No, they were in Chicago.
Were they?
They were in St. Louis. They were St. Louis.
They originated in Chicago, moved to St. Louis.
Oh, I didn't know. They had 2 Cardinals?
That's
You know what?
Yes.
For the longest
Missouri.
time. 70s. In the 70s, they were in St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
Missouri.
Is that the state bird?
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was just because it was the Chicago Cardinals, and it came down and they became the football Cardinals.
Yeah. They were in St. Louis before they went to.
Yeah, they played at the old Busch Stadium.
Get the Cardinals, get Missouri out of here.
I mean,
baseball Cardinals, the football Cardinals, all of them. Get them out of here.
Well, and then the Cardinals moved to Arizona, and then St. Louis got a relocated team, the Rams.
Right.
And then that failed, and they took it off to LA again.
Yeah.
Do you think St. Louis, even though it's one of the larger markets, mid-sized markets, will ever get an NFL team again? Probably not.
Yeah.
Because after the Rams left, the city sued the NFL and won.
Oh yeah, they're cooked.
Yeah. Chicago.
Money talks. Private equity money talks, and they've got some of that in Missouri.
Yeah, well, Chicago Cardinals, Holland Bears, whatever. Hey, improvements you've seen during this offseason, man.
The improvement the Bears have made to their roster is all on the secondary of the defense. They're going to try something unconventional this season. That is, if they don't mess around and bring in a veteran pass rusher or trade for one in the preseason, as they've done before. Alawade Agulnier, Khalil Mack, some of those guys to just to name a few in the most recent history. The Bears are going to do something unconventional and have the better part of their defense be in the back versus, having a consistent pass rush. When healthy, that could be one of the more elite units in the National Football League. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Murray, maybe Tyreek Stevenson. And you got the two new safeties, Kobe Bryant, and the rookie Daniel Thieneman.
Great pick.
Happy to see how they look together. Happy to see how all those players look as a unit. Hopefully, cross my fingers for health. On the offensive side, as far as improvements are concerned, listen, when we had our draft show, we all was pretty excited about, the jobs our front office did and the acquisitions we was able to make in that 3-day football extravaganza. Shout out to the New England Patriots and Mike Vrabel, who were not able to participate in all 3 days because of infidelity. But our teams were able to do that. And I had cited that the Bears made a very good pick on day 2. Logan Jones, 4-year starter over there in Iowa. A lot of people are starting to think that, hey, he might have an inside track of being a day 1 starter. I remember saying the same thing during that episode. One, because I think the trade for Garrett was more so of a what do you want to say? A stopgap. Not to say he could start, but let's see what we can get in this draft. Getting Logan Jones, the number one center on the draft board, 4-year starter over there in Iowa, and a lot of people say who's a very, very smart. And you got to be extremely smart to, one, play at Iowa. I mean, it's a Big Ten school, and 2, to be a center. Got to be very intelligent, very football smart, not just very much so. Playing center, especially playing center for Ben Johnson, is not easy. But if anybody's going to pick it up early, I have faith in the young man. So those are my 2 improvements. And also a little bit of a zig here, there, Joan, if you allow me to run away.
Zig on.
Another improvement is that another improvement for the Bears have made is that the ops of Wisconsin, they did not improve.
That's always
so the Bears are buoyed. Their floor is raised because our rivals did not get any better. That is an improvement for us. The saxophones are getting loud for you guys in Wisconsin.
There we go. That's what I'm
The season's starting soon. That losing streak is going to get a lot longer.
53 days until the Packers go 0-6.
Well, as far as your center, let's just hope and pray that it works out and he's not allergic to fingernail polish. Foster.
It would suck. That fingernail polish going whoop. right on the
Foster, improvements have you seen?
I already did them.
Oh, you did yours. I'm sorry. And you did yours, Dave, as well?
I did, and so did Pay.
I started with Foster. That would throw me off. Okay, because Pay had the issues, and I had to start with Foster by default. My bad.
Now, if you want to talk about the teasers, nothing.
Well, let me ask you this, Dave. What do you consider? I know you finished last year was undesirable. And I think it was undesirable for us all. I mean,
we won the last 5 in a row, but okay.
But I'm just saying, there has been
away from the championship game. I'm pretty happy with where we went.
Yeah. I mean,
the division,
but at the same time, you were disappointed at the last game at some point. I mean,
I was disappointed in the last play, yes, but
okay. Well, anyway,
I ain't won a playoff game in 8 seasons. I mean,
I'm
good at that.
I mean, I get you, but where I'm going with this is, what do you consider successful season this season, Dave? And I'll get with you, Pay, next. But what's successful? I know we touched on it earlier, but at the end of the day, at the end of the season, what are you satisfied with? I know we shouldn't. Moral victories aren't what we're here for, but at the same time, we have to be realistic.
Well, I hope the Vikings win the division and win at least one playoff game. So J.J. McCarthy, as T-Bass pointed out, won't be the second wide receiver that goes in the Hall of Fame without a playoff win, next to Steve Largent. But I hope we find our quarterback for the long term, no matter which one it is.
Hey,
if not, we'll be playing in the draft, looking to trade up.
Okay. Hey, what is considered a successful Bears season?
I think you meant Justin Jefferson because
Yeah,
J.J. McCarthy, Hall of Fame. Wolf.
No, I meant Justin Jefferson. I misspoke.
That's why you had that look on your face.
Justin Jefferson, Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Without a playoff win. And the only other one is Steve Largent.
He'll get a playoff. He'll get
Right. So what is a reasonable expectation, right?
Right.
That was the question I heard. And I commend the question. I heard the question. I'm not going to do like some politicians and just answer a different question. But I want to throw realism right out the window.
Okay.
You want to win the Super Bowl, like we all do.
Why not? Why? It is. We are.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Training camp.
That's not unrealistic, though. You guys won a division. It's not unrealistic at all.
It's not unrealistic. You are right there, June. It's not unrealistic. Shoot for the moon.
Okay. I mean,
if you walk in life, you will not reach any pinnacle that you really want to get to unless you actually desire to get to that pinnacle. You actually put in the work to get there. I'm not selling the Bears short. I'm not gonna say let's get to the championship game. No, bump that.
You need to find a new place for a stadium.
That ain't gonna happen in 2026, Dave. So we're gonna move past that.
You need to start construction.
No, we don't. Well, yes, we do. But we need a Super Bowl, and we need to have it in Chicago.
You gotta have a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards first.
Dave, you need to have a quarterback. Let's start
there.
there.
Whoa, it's getting kind of spicy in here.
We got three top 10 draft picks.
3 top 10 draft picks. And they are not helping Justin Jefferson get anywhere closer to that thing you just said, a playoff dub.
Let's have some decor here.
I'm just saying, Super Bowl, I don't want to say the bus word because expectations change throughout the season. You know what I'm saying? Things may alter. I said World Series a bust for the Cubs, and expectations have changed a little bit on that. But for the Bears,
they put BTA out last night.
Oh, well, we're going to talk about that soon enough.
Sorry, Foss.
But for the Bears, we are still a few days away from training camp. We don't have any major injuries. The sky, everything's rosy for all the 32 NFL teams. Everything is peak right now. Well, not the Cardinals. They want the old thing back. You could sidebar. I know you all are probably not in these streets anymore. But anytime you spend the block and go get that old thing back, you are taking the L. even if it was your best eater. You never do it.
No, that's not always a L. I gotta step in here.
No. It's still an L because you're supposed to level up always in life. If you double back, you are admitting to yourself. Look in the mirror. You admitting to yourself that you can't do any better than something that you already stopped doing.
Oh boy.
We all have vulnerable moments.
That's true.
You did say best. You did say best.
Foster, if you spun the block lately, it's okay. You don't have to defend it. We're talking football here, sir. You don't have to. Foster,
I'm okay. I just had to get that off my chest.
Bring it back down. What are your expectations for your 2026 Detroit Lions?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to throw out the Super Bowl thing. It's kind of cliche in a sense, but if we can get the NFC Championship, which is where we were a couple years ago, I'll take that. Of course, I want to be in the Super Bowl, and even then, losing the Super Bowl, who wants to do that? So yeah, NFC Championship. I mean, we didn't even make the playoffs last year. We didn't even make a wild card last year, let alone win the division. So, I don't want to, baby step it back to the world, to the wild card thing. I definitely want to make some move, get in the playoffs and make some moves for sure.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. Sounds reasonable.
I don't like it. I mean, from a Lions fan, that used to be like crazy to even talk playoffs was like, whoa, slow down.
You're in crazy to talk a winning season.
Yeah, you have to be here.
I want you all to seize it. Seize it. You're in the greatest era of Detroit Lions football ever. Seize it. You've been to the championship game. Get past there. You've already tasted championship game. Get past that.
I hear you.
I'm just here. It ain't my job to block anybody or run these routes. So I got the easy job.
This next question is for any coach within the division. And I'll start with you, Pat. I want to ask you, are there any coaches in the division that you feel are on the hot seat?
Oh, easy question.
Go ahead.
I want to start with the guy who's on the actual hot seat. I don't have to make up anything. Brad Gutekunst. Am I saying that name right there, Dave?
Yeah, Gutekunst.
He's no longer with the Packers. And when they brought in the new managing board or whatever they got going on in Packer land, because they got to be different from everybody else. They got to wear ugly colors. They got to have a publicly funded team and all this other nonsense. When they brought in the new board, you know what that usually signals? They doing some of this in ESPN. They're doing some of this at ESPN in Bristol, Connecticut. When you bring in new talent, when you bring in new talent to oversee the rest of the business, some people get fired. Matt LaFleur started his career with the Green Bay Packers, went to back-to-back championship games. See, you see that, Foster? Back-to-back championship games. And the Packers fans are now looking for something more. Has he delivered something more? Nope. Last 3 seasons, 7th seed. Last 3 seasons, 0-3 in the playoffs. Your butt has the grill marks from that station. You are barbecue chicken, son. That you're no longer sitting on the seat. There's no cushion on that seat. You are sitting right on the coals. Go ahead, get that 7th seed again. Get that not win another playoff game again. Guess what? We're gonna be doing a live show over at the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel, and right here with NFC North, all the homies. We're gonna be talking about smoking that Packer pack, that Green Bay bag. Those guys got to replace a coach.
And grill marks.
And hopefully they stink so bad they're going to move back and play half their games in Milwaukee.
Wouldn't that be great?
Mm-hmm.
Dave, who do you think is on a hot seat in NFC North, coach-wise? And it could be the same answer, but,
No, it's obviously the same answer. It's LaFleur.
Yeah.
But for the Vikings, I doubt KOC is. There's a possibility Wes Phillips is our OC. Nobody knows what he does, but who knows?
Foster?
You know what? The more I think about it, yeah, and I was just thinking head coaches, but
any coach.
Speaking, I mean, for Detroit, if now last year John Morton got his walking papers a year into the job, they held on to Shepard. Now I know him and Dan Campbell are pretty tight, but if we see another rough year. Now, defensively, I don't know. I hate to put everything on injuries, but I think that there'll be some alarm if we have another tough season. I also don't think that Drew Petzing has any type of special allegiance to where he gets more than 1 year as well. So whereas I think Dan Campbell's pretty solidified, and it would take a lot. I don't think that he would even. I think going into next season, if we didn't make the playoffs, he'd be on the hot seat too. Because it's like, hey, we love you, Dan, but now this is now 2 years of regression. So, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere, but I did kind of.
I would like to vote to keep LaFleur off of the hot seat. He should stay. He's done a tremendous job for the past. Please keep him. I know we're go ahead.
Made the playoffs. What, the last 5 or 6 years?
Yeah, they should keep him. Yeah, I'm all for it.
No, most of them have been one and done, but
exactly.
Take away the Cowboys choking, and the Packers have been brutal the whole era of Matt LaFleur.
Yeah. I want everybody to put on their GM hats. Put on your GM hats. I'm going to start with pay. Pay. You have your choice of 3 different positions, 3 different players, one from each team outside of yours in the division. Which 3 players would you pick up from the other teams to improve your team?
Ooh, excellent question. The obvious first round pick for this question will probably be that one player that was ranked in ESPN and PFF for the Minnesota Vikings. And I think that would be obvious, right? Let's go ahead and get Justin Jefferson. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to zig a little bit because I think the pass catchers for Chicago is already a crowded room. And adding Justin Jefferson just makes it even more convoluted, even though, adding a great talent just makes you a better player, right? I mean, it makes you a better team, right? But I think we can shore up some other
wide
players.
receiver 1 you're adding.
Yeah, of course. But I'm going to shore up some other areas. I'm going to take Edgerton Cooper from Green Bay Packers. Why didn't I take Micah Parsons? Well, because he's got 1 leg. Can't play football. Don't necessarily need that. I am also going to take Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, Jahmyr Gibbs, what I think is the best running back in the NFL. You can
lightning in a bottle. Yeah,
lightning in a bottle. We could do something with that over in Chicago. We like to run the ball in Chicago. Come on down, Jahmyr Gibbs. Hey, you remember Ben Johnson, right? Yeah. And the third player, this one's going to be a little bit tougher. I think is Danielle Hunter still in Minnesota?
Houston. No, Houston.
No. He's gone now, right? What's my man name? The guy you just drafted 2 years ago. I'm blanking on his name right there.
You're stealing mine, man.
Yeah, I mean you can still. I mean, Cashman too.
No, Cashman.
He's talking about Dallas Turner.
Yes, Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring Dallas Turner over to the lakefront. You can use that addition to shore up some of this pass rush because he's got a lot of spunk. That'll make the Bears a hell of a lot better.
He's speaking of PFF, he's their breakout player. One of them this year.
Dave, you got your GM hat on?
Well, I asked the computer, and the computer said all 3 should be defensive ends / edges, from Sweat to Hutchinson to Parsons. But that doesn't make any sense. If you get 1, that's okay. And that's just because we are light behind Van Ginkel and Turner. But if I did it from the Bears, I'm taking Colston Loveland.
Okay.
Very good choice.
Yeah.
And that way, doesn't matter what TJ Hawkinson can do, we can replace him. From the Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown would just make our wide receiver room even better, but no.
Hold on, I forgot to do something. I should have did this. I should have. Okay.
I agree that Jahmyr Gibbs would be a benefit. But if it had to do with today, who I'd take to make the team better, I'd take your quarterback, Jared Goff.
Okay. Yeah, you do need a quarterback.
You can use up 4,000 passing yards a season. Yeah.
And from Green Bay, I'll stick with Micah Parsons once he gets healthy.
Absolutely. B. Foster, your 3.
All right. I guess I'll start in Packerland. It's on the top of my list. It would have been easy to. I wanted to go against the grain and not pick Micah Parsons, so I went with Xavier McKinney. He's obviously a Pro Bowl safety. You know, we have our fair share of secondary issues. We got some safety issues of our own because Brian Branch is out right now and Kirby Joseph. Every once in a while, I see him on IG. I'd be like, "You good? You standing okay? You doing like?" So we still don't know what to make of what Kirby Joseph's got going on. So I think Xavier McKinney would be a great addition to our team right now. For the Vikings, as Pay said, Dallas Turner. He's 23 years old. He's building and ascending. And I think that he would be a great. I mean, I think does he play outside linebacker technically a little bit, or is it all just off the edge?
It's rush in.
Yeah. But yeah, at any rate, I think that he's still got a pretty high ceiling that he's yet to reach. And then as far as the Bears are concerned, we got a CB1, CB2, either one. Jalen Johnson.
Jalen, bring him over here.
He had a down year last year, but I think he's been a Pro Bowler at least twice. And we've never had a Pro Bowl cornerback ever in life.
Dre Bly,
yes. And I think he technically plays slot or played slot.
He was a Pro Bowler though.
Yeah.
What school did Dre Bly go to?
North Carolina.
Oh
my God. Damn. Before I could stop myself.
I hate you.
Tar Heels.
He was fun though. I loved watching, and he wasn't technically the best corner per se, but he made plays like no other. All right, I got nothing.
We need a sponsorship, Dave. We should shoot for a sponsorship.
I miss my Blue Label
Blue Peak. It's a single malt.
Well, fellas, that about do it for this week. We, coming up on our hour. We'll go around the room. I want to say thank you for today's show. You guys have been awesome. We had a great show today, in my opinion. Pay, what you got going on? Where can they find you? Talk about it.
So later today, we're going to be talking the first 6 games back for the second half of the baseball season. The Cubs are finishing up their second series of the unofficial second half of the season. The rubber match between the Detroit Tigers. Shout out to False and Bleachers and Speakers crew, Cornucopia. Check them out wherever you get your pods. We're going to be talking about the first 6 games back, just a recap and what to look forward as this month ends and we get into the dog days of the summer and the stretch run and the trade deadline that is 9 days away. So that'll be coming later today after that game ends. Going forward, training camp starts. We're going to be having training camp reports all next week and go on and so forth up until preseason starts, which is what, 20? Yeah, a little less than about 20 days away. Man, fellas, but check us all out. Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel, available anywhere you get your pods and everything on YouTube.
Yeah, you can get every drop there.
Don't miss it.
Dave.
You can find me at Vikings First and Skull on YouTube and across your podcast aggregators. We may have moved to the Believe Network, and they're hosting our podcast, but it's still the same. If you had the link before, it crossed over. It's no problem. You should still be getting it. If you're not, let me know. We are happy to join the Believe Network, and we're still happy to do these crossovers on Who Will Be King. And I'll be hosting next week as we have camps underway, which will be fantastic to talk about. Tomorrow night, we have the Real Forno show. Sunday, we have 2 old bloggers. And then we start picking up our pace because we are going to have real football and not football to talk about.
Hey, fake sport.
B. Foster.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, subscribe to the channel, Bleachers to Speakers.
We're close to that 500 subs. We're close.
We're close.
Yeah. Subscribe, folks. Get them over the hump.
Absolutely. But yeah, right now it's quiet on the Piston front. We still got contract situations with Jalen Dern. It's almost a trade deadline. It gets real interesting. The Tigers are on the I don't know if they're on the fence or what they got going on as far as whether they're buying or selling, but we're in a race right now. So there's that. So we got a show every Sunday, and we'll be doing trade deadline stuff pretty heavily as we get closer to August. And then, training camp coming up. So a lot going on in Detroit pretty soon. Allen Park.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Corner to Copa. That's where you can find the Tigers news. B. Foster and Coach. Well, gentlemen, we're going to get out of here. I want you guys to enjoy your evening. We'll be talking like some real football starting next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Guys, you be safe to then. Make sure you guys that are on this channel or watching it, make sure you subscribe to all the people's YouTube channels on here. Subscribe. Make sure you're checking us out. This football season is on the way.
Get your lick back. If a nugget gon' do something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your ish splat. Stop, let this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back.